The case of R.V. Dudley and Stephens is important as it set a precedent relating to the defense of necessity in criminal law. It is also a good case to discuss issues of judicial morality and whether the law should follow morals. The two defendants became shipwrecked by a storm. They were forced to abandon their ship and were stranded in a small emergency boat with two others, including a young cabin boy. They had been stranded for 18 days. The food had run out 7 days earlier and they had had no water for 5 days. Dudley and Stephens agreed to draw straws to see which one of them would be killed so that the others could eat him. The third man did not agree, and the cabin boy was by this time too weak to take part in any decision. As the third man had not agreed, the defendants decided that it would be better to kill the cabin boy as he was close to death and he had no family. Dudley and Stephens cut the cabin boy's throat. He was too ill to put up any resistance. All three men fed on the boy and were rescued 4 days later. On their return to England, Dudley and Stephens were charged with the boy's murder. The defendants were convicted of murder. The defense of necessity was not applicable to murder. They were sentenced to death. They were subsequently granted a pardon by the Crown and served 6 months' imprisonment. The Lord Chief Justice, Lord Coleridge, stated, "Now it is admitted that the deliberate killing of this unoffending and unresisting boy was clearly murder, unless the killing can be justified by some well-recognized excuse admitted by the law. It is further admitted that there was in this case no such excuse, unless the killing was justified by what has been called necessity. But the temptation to the act which existed here was not what the law has ever called necessity. Though law and morality are not the same, and many things may be immoral which are not necessarily illegal, yet the absolute divorce of law from morality would be of fatal consequence, and such divorce would follow if the temptation to murder in this case were to be held by law an absolute defense of it. In this case, the weakest, the youngest, the most unresisting, was chosen. Was it more necessary to kill him than one of the grown men? The answer must be no. The Court of Appeal has since departed from the precedent created in R.V. Dudley and Stephens. In Re A. Conjoined Twins, 2000, the defense of necessity was used to allow the surgical separation of the twins even though the doctors knew this would result in the death of the weaker twin. The Court of Appeal stated that the defense could be used in the unusual circumstance of the case, but that the rule in R.V. Dudley and Stephens should still be followed in future cases. In summary, R.V. Dudley and Stephens set a precedent that the defense of necessity does not apply to murder. This has since been departed from in Re A. Conjoined Twins, 2000, but only in the extreme circumstances of the case. R.V. Dudley and Stephens is still considered good law. This video is part of a series of videos on law from www.e-lawresources.co.uk. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel www.youtube.com/@e-lawresources. It's free to do so and will help us to keep providing these videos. Check out our website, which provides lecture outlines and case summaries. See also www.elawrevision.org.uk for revision games and quizzes. Thanks for watching.